Therefore, the Azimio coalition political party only had one candidate for the position of president. They never fielded any for the legislative seats, not even an MCA. So therefore, if you are to look at either the coalitions, then you would look at Kenya Kwanza as a coalition of political parties, as is provided for in the Constitution. If you are to look at Azimio coalition political party, you can only look at that vis-a-vis other individual political parties like UDA, like ODM, like Wiper, like Jubilee, and therefore that's what I'm telling you. It is the same musical chairs and shenanigans you saw in Bomas. People who knew they had no numbers, claiming that they had won an election. You don't need to wait for even a week, let alone 2 months. You just need to interpret the Constitution as it ought to be interpreted. And because there are issues that are already in court between, now I think about 3 parties have already gone to court that were initially in the Azimio coalition. Chap, they left Azimio way before the elections. But you remember in their agreement, that is ultra via the Constitution, and I've told you that before. In that agreement, they wanted to lock them in. Members of parliament were elected on those political parties. I am aware that they have already expressed their desire not to work with Azimio but to work with Kenya Kwanza. They have written to the Speaker. I was with those members of parliament in our parliamentary group yesterday, and I want to appeal to them. Kenyans have moved on. Kenyans want to see them holding this government to account, and that is what the people who voted for them expect of them. They don't expect suckers. They want to bring either to the National Assembly or to the Senate or to any of our assemblies, even the county assemblies. Just come play your constitutional mandate and your role as the minority, and we will join you to work together to make sure that there is accountability in government. That, because we are all members of parliament, we must hold government to account. And I want to invite my colleagues and my friends from the minority side to play their role in oversighting government, in holding government to account. And I do expect that the following week, the Speaker of the National Assembly should be able to make a determination as to which party is a majority party, and therefore who will be the majority leader. And I expect that the Speaker will be able to make that determination. Subsequently, then, whichever side the Speaker decides is a majority will also be the majority in all parliamentary committees. But the minority side also have got about 5 or 6 committees that they are allowed to chair. More so the investigatory committees, Public Accounts Committee, Public Investments, the Implementation Committee. Therefore, all those committees will be allowed to chair as a minority. And I want to ask them to take up their role as a minority and serve the people. And lastly, let me also ask them not to drag the country into a lot of politicking. Kenyans are tired. Kenyans want us to get down to work and deliver to them all the promises and the pledges we made to them. On the Kenya Kwanza side, we are ready. You saw we had our coalition parliamentary group retreat together with the president for 2 days running. And we have agreed on the legislative agenda that we want to push through parliament. And I'll be asking even our colleagues on the minority side to support that legislative agenda, because it is an agenda that will work to transform lives and improve the lives of our people who